All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Barbecue, and welcome to another Roulette Rivals 13 matchup. Today, it is a loser's bracket round 5 match between Linux Penguin and ThatObserver. Let me pull up the brackets real quick, so we can sort of talk a bit about the journey that players took to ending up where they currently are in the loser's bracket. Also, 2 minutes to get a prediction. Crap. There you go. 2 minutes to predict. So, loser's bracket. Linux Penguin was up in the winner's bracket until Dane Nomos sent him down to the loser's bracket, where he is... Oh, God. I didn't give myself enough time to get caught up here. Observer overcame Big Machete in losers round 4 and is now facing off against ThatObserver. Observer's now... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. There's a lot happening. General Omega, thanks guys for subbing and for the gifted subs. You don't need to do that, though. Really appreciate it. Please don't put yourself in a financially difficult spot for my benefit. Thank you for the support. We're 1 minute away from our first spin, which is Berlin, or as some might say, Berlin. This is chosen by Linux Penguin. Observer has also got a map pick. Let me switch over here real quick. Observer has voted to play on New York and has banned Miami. Linux has chosen Berlin and banned Ambrose Island. Looking at our player stats, Linux has been here 8 times, 5 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Observer has been here 6 times, 2 wins, 4 losses. But you know what? It's roulette. It's anybody's game. Let's see what we have for our players here for their first outing. We've got an old axe dealer kill. We've got a combat knife club security kill. We've got a fire axe DJ kill. An injected poison suit kill. So that's going to negate any non-suit starts. And a falling object biker kill. So that, yeah, suit, injected poison, old axe, dealer, you know, I don't love it. Combat knife club security, pretty easy. Probably just gonna go for green? Is it green on the roof? Yeah. Anyhow, Linux Penguin doing the default club entrance start. Gonna grab himself his stashed pistol there and head up onto the roof, I presume. We might see him get the injected poison suit kill on green, actually. Get the combat knife and then kill somebody else with that once he takes a disguise. Me too, Lonely. I agree. I feel similarly, but anyways, Observer going for the old axe straight away, and Linux Penguin moving on Ancient Green there, who doesn't seem to want to fall over. There he goes. Gets that injected poison kill, grabs his combat knife, and switches into the club security disguise. Observer's got himself the old axe, and presumably heading up onto the roof. There goes Linux Penguin luring up Agent Banner with some errant gunfire. Although it's not errant, it's entirely intentional. Observer also grabbing himself his stashed item, think it was a silenced pistol, and heading up onto the roof. Linux working his way down in the club security disguise. Oh, did Observer just get himself ripped there? What the heck was that whoosh he had on him? It doesn't get ripped. Linux Penguin gets the... I didn't see which agent that was, but he does get the knife kill. So, Linux has got 2. Just chuck the combat knife. I didn't see who it was. Was that Swan? I don't know who that was. Chamberlain? No, wouldn't be Chamberlain. Anyhow, Observer's going up for the injected poison kill here. Don't get GRB'd. Linux is heading for the old axe, I would guess. I can see no other reason he would be traveling in this direction. There goes Observer, making the bullet impact to bring Banner up onto the roof. So Linux, you know, Observer front-loaded his run with the old axe grab, and Linux chose to do it 2 minutes in. Just goes to show you there's more than one way to think about or approach a spin, even, but we'll see what it comes down to here. Observer waiting for Banner to... Oh, it was Banner who he killed, probably, who Linux chucked the knife at. So Observer does the same thing. I think it's what Linux Penguin did, but Observer gets the knife kill as well. So they both got the injected poison suit kill and the combat knife security kill. Linux chucking the old axe over the barrier there. Observer luring Thames under the falling object. Well, I think he's doing... No, maybe he's taking Thames somewhere else? He's not in the right disguise for the falling object. What are you doing? Are you going to pacify him there? Drop the briefcase. Not exactly clear on what Observer's doing. Oh, you can leave him in the good spot. Oh, okay, okay. So Observer's just planning on pacifying Thames there. Yeah, he won't get spotted if he's out far enough. Meanwhile, Linux is in the biker garage. There goes... what the hell is that guy's name? Is that Lowenthal? Okay. Yeah, I think that's Lowenthal. He's got the weird nasally voice, and, yeah, you'd have to make sure, Observer would have to make sure he positioned Thames exactly under the falling object there. As we saw, it can be tricky sometimes. It doesn't always fall or look lined up the way you think it is. Linux brings in, presumably Lowenthal, chokes him out, takes his sweet biker threads, and is going to go out for this falling object kill. Speaking of, Observer does it, and he doesn't get Thames. RIP! Okay, time to find somebody else. Good thing Thames didn't spot him, because if Thames gave him red guns, he would have to kill Thames. So, yeah, man, you gotta be careful with that big, concrete culvert, or whatever you want to call it. But Linux is thinking similarly in dealing with Thames out here. Just make sure, please make sure we're aligned. I feel like I've seen more players miss this in this tournament so far than I've seen them actually get it. And that's not a dig on them. That's just how tricky that falling object can be. But Linux does get it. So Linux is 3 for 3. Observer still 2. Still at 2 so far, I think. Let me full screen this. There we go. Yep. Alright, so both players in the biker disguise. Observer now having to plan to grab, I think this is Davenport, who comes out under this brick bag here. And he gets it. But he's got a non-target kill. Oof. Big oof. Huge oof. Dang, 5 minutes off the clock for Observer. Back to square one. Linux looking real good, but he's not out of the woods yet. Yeah, I mean, like, first cycle, I'm pretty sure from default start, you won't have to worry about that, but later on, then there's more people milling around. I've never seen it happen first cycle. Or not first cycle, but like straight from the start. Gotta be careful. Can't just trust the target being in position. Anyhow, Linux has got himself... He's holding on to the fire axe there. Fire axe in hand. Needs to get himself a DJ disguise and find himself a target to take care of. I might be thinking Montgomery here. In all of his glory. As I understand it, the spin overlay with the player kills on Berlin can sometimes be temperamental or uncooperative, but yeah, Linux is sitting with 3, Observer at 0 currently. So Linux is... What's going on? I'm not sure what Montgomery's doing here. He's going down the steps. can't say I'm super familiar with Montgomery's routine and what he does in different spots, but I'm not used to seeing him go down those steps, but he might. Observer gets himself the suit poison kill on Agent Green, grabs a knife in the club security disguise, and did he, I assume he triple shot lured Banner? Maybe I just wasn't, yeah, Banner's coming, there he is. So thankfully none of the targets have no target pacification as a complication on them, so they can all freely be knocked out and dragged around and staged wherever they're most convenient. Linux is trying to get a tossed distraction on Montgom. And bringing him back here by the DJ box. I call that the DJ box because it's the box outside the DJ booth. But he's having a hard time. He's juggling distractions and it's not clear to me how this is registering with, oh wait, was that even, that's not Montgomery he's taken out right there. Montgomery's coming over. This is a different target that Linux is working on. Montgomery's walking towards Rolf's office now, so Linux is going to grab himself this DJ disguise. Chamberlain, right. Listen, I've gone this long without learning all of the agents' names, and I can go longer. So Linux gets himself the fire axe kill as the DJ. Observer is caught up very quickly, though. I haven't done a great job of calling out his kills, but Observer's now sitting at 3 kills. Linux is at 4. So Observer has caught up real quick. He's hot on his heels, on Linux's heels here, but Linux still does have pretty good lead. He needs one final kill, being the old axe dealer kill. And he just ran out to the dealer there. I don't know what he did. If he talked to him? Yeah, I think he talked to him, which makes the dealer, like, run after you to meet up with you and be like, hey, follow me, fella. And then he turns around and you can grab him right here. I've seen players get ripped doing this here, though. Really hoping it doesn't happen. Observer in the DJ outfit pacifying the security room crew here. Chamberlain, right? I knew that. I've always known that. So there goes Observer. Getting Chamberlain. Make sure you're locked onto the right head there. And you are. And he gets that kill. Also at 4 out of 5 kills. Also needing the final dealer old axe kill. Linux in the dealer disguise. Heading up the stairs. I assume he's left the old axe for himself here on the stairwell. I'm hoping he's dropped it for himself on the stairwell. Or somewhere, because he doesn't have it in hand. Don't, oh my, okay. Whew. Holy shit. I forgot that enforcer dot would go away once he wasn't trespassing. Did he leave it on the floor by, who is this, Lowenthal here? I think he did. Observer also doing the quick dealer grab where you initiate him. Pretty sure that was the old axe that Linux used, so that was, that's legit. Changes out of the dealer disguise into the free biker disguise. Gonna grab the biker keys, or rather the motorcycle keys, and exit in style. Really, really nice stuff from Linux there. Solid. First try. Probably not the fastest Berlin. I mean, definitely not the fastest that anyone has seen, but that just goes to show you that it's oftentimes not the fast strats that win. I'm not coping, you're coping. So GG's Linux. Well played by both. Really good. You could tell Observer had it figured out. He was so close to pulling off the execution. But that rip that he endured 5 minutes in, that's a hell of a lot of ground to give up. Especially against an opponent like Linux. So congrats, Linux, taking the first 2 points in this 1-6 match. As we head into map 2, Observer's map pick, New York. And hold on to your hats, folks, because we're going to be waiting for the spin longer than we're going to actually be watching the spin. This is how it goes on New York. I'd be shocked if this takes more than 3 minutes. Yeah, the Thames kill really is the thing that Observer forced him to, you know, have to try to replay and recalculate. I admire that he didn't just go straight into restarting and tried to make it work. He had the right idea with getting Davenport with the brick bag, but that non-target kill was a hard thing to predict. And at that point, you know, his fate was all but sealed. Still, a great show by both players. And New York, yeah, it's quick. These maps, this map in particular, generally over very quickly. 1 minute and 55 seconds is the fastest that a player has completed a spin, and that was achieved by Scruffy in this very tournament. Oh, dang, I missed that. What was the spin? I can only guess. I won't. I'll let chat tell me. Someone knows. Someone's got it on hand, if not Scruffy himself. Impact explosive security card. There you go. Very cool. GG's on the record. But looking at our player stats, Linux Penguin has been here a total of 5 times. 2 wins, 3 losses. Observer, a whopping 13 times. 11 wins, 2 losses. I feel pretty comfortable saying that Observer would be a force to be reckoned with on this map. The numbers don't lie. Sometimes they do, but not in this case. Not in regards to Observer on New York. Less than a minute to go, and there's a chance here for Observer to put us on even ground. Make the score 2-2, heading into the 3rd map pick. Which there will be a 3rd map no matter what, but there might be more. Wouldn't that be nice? Our RNG hit maps map picks are, after New York, Mendoza, Paris, Isle of Scale, and Sapienza. I would love to see all of those. I would love to see every one of those maps. Maybe we'll get lucky. Fingers crossed, guys. It'll be a good show either way. But, oh snap, sorry, no prediction for this one. Sorry, rip. We have Athena Savalas, antique curved knife in the suit. Neat. So you can bring yourself an antique curved knife if you've got it, which I'm very sure both of these guys have it. Yep. You know, I'll do a 30-second prediction. "30 seconds, go, if you want." So Linux doing, obviously, default start, running through the lobby here. Observer taking a bit long on the planning stage there. Penguin tranking Mateo as he walks by the little cube there. I didn't realize this was the meta. Well, it's not, I guess, because Observer's not doing that. Oh, wait, no, he is. Or no, he's not. He's doing it from outside. Spicy. Cool. Really neat. And Linux Penguin, did he snail those guards? That wasn't the blue egg, was it? Was that blue egg? Did someone say blue egg? Did I see blue egg in chat? He tranks those guards and he's just going up the stairwell here. Oh, but he underhand throws his throwable at the camera and loses it on the ledge. Dude. Wow. Hitman be like that sometimes. That sucks. Back to the start. Observer looking real good. A minute in, chucks his briefcase at the camera. I assume he also trank/blue egg the guards because he's up here in the same spot. I'm not super familiar with this routing. This wasn't something I'm used to seeing. Linux gets himself in combat there because he's seen taking the trank shot on Mateo. Observer taking care of the cameras manually. Yeah, they're blue egging it up already. I know we're hyped for it. I know these guys are. Observer at the top of the steps. Getting ready to enter the little side room to the executive suite here. Grabs himself more darts. And clearing out the room here. And he's gonna get the knife kill. Boom! Crime noticed. Said the murder victim. All good. Observer now heading into the private office, grabbing the CEO key card to leave through, or no, needing to grab another data disk first. Fabian Man. And Linux Penguin still, I guess he had another rip because he's back here less than a minute in, trying to get himself past this camera. Observer finds a trank shot onto Fabian. And will take himself to the CEO exit here. Real nice and clean. There may have been one or two restarts in there, but GG's. Did it first. That's all that matters. First try. Well done to Observer, which means we're going to have at least 2 more maps. Mendoza being, you know, our next destination, and following Mendoza, Paris. Nice. Very nice. Well played by both. You gotta understand, even though these maps can be over, and most of you guys do understand because you all watch Roulette, but for the people who aren't as familiar with Roulette, the casuals, my people, there is an immense sort of pressure, more so on a fast map than on a longer map like Santa Fortuna, for instance, because you just feel like you have to get absolutely every single thing right, every beat. Nothing can go wrong. Anything that does go wrong can have like a snowballing effect on delaying cycles, timing, particular animations and frames of animations. Like, these are all like really subtle things that can have huge impacts. And especially so, I mean, like on any map, that's true, but especially so on a fast map, where when things don't go your way, they really don't go your way. So I don't like to play on fast maps personally. If we're ever in a match together and you want to just make short work of me, put me on Dubai or New York, and I'll struggle. So I sympathize with seeing these guys have to restart, 2 minutes into a spin when it's almost already over. It's tough. It's a tough bag, man. It's a tough bag to carry. But looking at our player statistics here, Linux Penguin has been to Mendoza a total of 6 times. 2 times victorious, 4 times not victorious. And Observer has been there also 4 times, 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 draw. I'm assuming that was probably a photo finish draw and not a timeout draw. But that's all I can do is assume. Someone probably knows in chat and can correct me. Oh, let's do a prediction. Well, I remember. Who won that? Observer did. And new prediction. "30 seconds. That's all you get because I'm very generous with my time. 30 seconds. And the map record held by Moo. In 3 minutes and 22 seconds, Moo crushed a spin. That's fast. Holy hell. That's real. I wouldn't... Trying to imagine what that spin looks like. Filligard waiter. Probably. Damn, that's fast. Anyways, spins here. We have Don Archibald Yates with a fall as Corvo Black and Tamara Vidal drowning. How original. As the Gaucho. I say that jokingly because Tamara is almost always made sick and standing over a toilet at some point in a Mendoza spin, so... he tied versus I Like Hitman. Right on. Okay. Appreciate the confirmation. So, Observer in with the waiter start. Linux Penguin opting for the Vineyard Worker start. Observer getting that quick Seeker Dart onto Tamara, who will be dying today. I'm sorry, I have to make that joke every time. And Observer now going to be working on getting Corvo Black, I presume. I don't really know what Linux is... I don't know what Linux is doing. I can't say I've... Let's just watch, I guess. Let's just see. Observer doing the banana peel toss distraction, trying to get Corvo Black to come back here. Doesn't seem to... Okay, I think he gets it. Linux grabs himself a wrench, and he's messing with the pump there, which is going to cause everything to flood with wine, which will bring Don Yates down here. Observer really struggling. Oh, now he's getting Cortazar. The head of security is going to go for the investigation, which makes sense. That's lore accurate. Linux having a bit of bad luck with the ragdoll here. Throwing a wrench at this this poor waiter's rear end there just to get him to fall down. Percussive maintenance. Repeated strikes with a wrench. There goes Don Yates. And catching a wrench to the back of the head after it's been all over that waiter's ass. Observer now going to try and have better luck, hopefully a better go of getting Corvo Black back here. I'm really not very familiar with what Linux is attempting here, so I'm sort of just left guessing. I wish I could help clarify for the people who don't understand. And Linux is restarting? You gotta be. Alright, well, Observer now with a minute lead here. He's in the right disguise for Don Yates. He's got Tamara sick already, I think, or if not, he will be soon. Using the snail as the thrown KO item it was meant to be, and it blows up. Oh no, that's why I hate throwing the snail. I said throwable melee item in jest because it surprises me to see it being used that way. Observer trying to move these eyeballs around down here, and this should be sufficient for him to sneak through. Observer with no bonkable, though, so he's just choking people out. There's a bonkable. He uses the soda. That'll do. Gets himself the Gaucho disguise, and that body found's no issue. That's just someone finally noticing that a man has slipped on a banana peel and lost his clothes in the process. There goes Observer getting the drowning kill on Tamara as the Gaucho. Crime noticed for Linux Penguin. Someone on the far side of the barrel storage room saw him through some sort of gap or over the top of a crate or something. He got seen knocking out that waiter. And, yeah, rip, back to square one. Observer looking real good. Back into the Corvo Black disguise. Don is, well, he's in the villa. So he's going to be, like, walking around the villa or the garden. Not super clear on where he'll end up with this timing. Maybe it'll all work out okay. Yeah, there's Don. Out for a stroll. And yeah, there's plenty of places to dump and fall when you're, you know, out there on where Don is. He's gonna opt for a seeker instead. Now he is trespassing up here. Linux moving through. He's taking care of these people in this room here ahead of time, so he doesn't have to deal with it later. And Observer letting loose some darts there, which is gonna make everyone basically blind to him while they're reacting to that. But this isn't, I don't like this, because they're gonna start waking each other up, and then Don's gonna be out there. He's surrounded by enforcers, he gets himself ripped! Dude! I wish I could say that that surprised me, but it kind of didn't, because that temporary blindness that guards have is it's just that, it's temporary, it's very short-lived, and I think Observer realized that he had more, there were more steps needed to get everything done than the time would allow for, so he was not able to get done what he needed and was hoping to get done in that time, and the guards got their vision back and they ripped him. Because he's not allowed to be up there as Corvo Black. And he's got himself spotted switching into the Corvo Black disguise, so probably nerves are a little bit high right now. I imagine Observer's probably feeling a bit flustered and worried, wondering where his opponent's at. But it's all good, man. Because Linux just restarted as well. So literally, seconds apart, 10 seconds apart, and they're on equal ground. Each one is thinking the other one, I bet they're done any second now. I can guarantee you they're thinking that. It's what goes through everyone's head when you continually restarting. But we're still locked in here. 8 minutes into the spin. Each player 30 seconds into their attempt. Someone's gonna pull ahead here eventually. I really want to see. I really want to see this whole strat pay off for Linux. Just because I feel like you don't see this a lot, right? I haven't been shoutcasting as long as some people, and I haven't played in as many matches as some of the competitors, but I don't see what Linux is doing very often, so I appreciate it from a sort of like creativity sort of point of view. Which isn't to discount what Observer's doing either. I love that Observer is also trying to get Don Yates out here. Well, he was trying to get Don in the garden. Now he's getting him up on the balcony, which is safer, and I respect that. I respect the safer strats. What is known is like known to be safe, and there's nothing wrong with that. He actually lured Mrs. Don Yates down and out, so that way he can dump and eliminate. So out in the garden would have been cool, but nothing wrong with just getting the kill and getting it done. So Observer with Don handled now moves to Tamara. Linux waiting very patiently for Don to come sprinting by, only to be distracted from his sprint by the sound of a soda can hitting the floor. But that'll work. Oh, Linux, don't do it. Wait, okay, I was gonna say, you're not in the right disguise, fella. So we're getting himself the gaucho here. Oh my god, he's still chucking the snail after what happened for the first rip when he threw the snail and it blew up. I like that. He's committed. I respect that. The snail can knock people out without exploding, and dang it, Observer's gonna make the most of that. How exactly is Tamara down here for Linux? I don't understand. What is this? He's used the phone. But she's turning around and walking back. And so he launches a seeker into her. Phone lure. Oh, I see, I see. Did not realize that she could be gotten that way. Been playing Hitman for a very long time, and I learn new things every time I watch other people play this game. There's no shortage of cool strats and tech that people have figured out and workshopped. Very cool to see it in action. So I don't think that played out the exact way that Linux was hoping it would, because he had to get a she stopped, like walking out that direction, and he had to use a seeker dart, which made her go back this long way. Or maybe that was according to plan. I'm not exactly sure. In any case, Observer is now... Tamara's on her way to the bathroom. There's people here in this bathroom. And, I've seen a lot of things go wrong in this bathroom. Granted, I've seen a lot of things go right, too. But I'm nervous. Hold me, chat. Here we go. Just don't run out of the bathroom too quick. Nice. Almost as if he heard me. Well done there by Observer. Linux is like... Linux is having a real spicy time here. Oh no, and he gets crime noticed. By who? Oh wow. Someone saw from a sliver of an angle out of the periphery of their vision these shenanigans that Linux was getting up to, and it's over. Observer heading into the fourth map. I know how to count. I know numbers, chat. It's only numbers. Heading into the next map with 4 points on match point. And I know I sound like I'm ahead of myself. That's just because the Tango exit takes forever to register and blah, blah, blah. But Observer got it. Spoiler alert. Congrats to Observer. Well played by both. Really, really well played by both. A valiant effort. You can tell these guys are fighting hard. Let's pay out our prediction. That one goes to Observer. And we will start a new prediction for who wins on Paris. And we'll actually give you 2 minutes to predict this time, because this may be the last map. Sup? Welcome in, Mr. Mulholland, and everyone. If you're just tuning in, we are in our 4th map. Listen, I know how to count. It's only numbers. And potentially the last map. If Observer wins here on Paris, that's 6 points, and Observer moves on to loser's bracket round 6. And Linux Penguin will be out, but made it this far, made it all the way to round 5. Nothing to sneeze at there. That's respectable. That is a respectable performance. Speaking of performance, look at these stats. Linux Penguin has been to Paris officially a total of 4 times. 2 wins, 2 losses, straight down the board. Observer has been here 9 times, 2 wins, 7 losses. The map record is held by some guy who I've never heard of called Frode7. No clue. Who even is that? Is that even a person? 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Dang, that's fast. That's fast for a guy who I'm not even sure is real. Is that real? Can we get verification on that record? But yeah, less than a minute to go. And what is potentially the last outing here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Never heard of him. Frode7. News to me.
Huh. Wow. Never knew this stuff was so complicated.
But if Linux Penguin pulls it out here and ties us up 4-4, then that means we will be going to one more map. Potentially more. In what circumstance would we be going to the very last map? Like if there's like a timeout on the one after this. Anyways, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The spin's here, and it is Viktor Novikov eliminated with the hatchet as the chef, and Dahlia Margolis eliminated with an assault rifle as the vampire magician. Clock's ticking, boys. What are we going to do here? Linux Penguin thinking tech crew start. What do you think, chat? Let's hear it. Attic start, tech crew start, auction start. What is it? I don't know. You could make anything work with the right attitude. That's my perspective. But I know you guys in chat sometimes are like, nope, straight up. If it's not this, it's not record. So Observer's going auction start. Gonna bump Dahlia, drop the emetic device, blow it up straight away. That's gonna send her to the bathroom, giving Observer time to run into the attic here, grab the vampire magician disguise and his presumably assault rifle that he smuggled up here as well. Yeah, everyone's saying auction. There you go. It's unanimous. It's auction, and both players are in agreement. This is why they're in round 5 and I'm out on like round 2. So they're running. They've got their vampire magician. Old Linux will here in a moment, and Observer's got his TAC 4 semi-auto. Putting up a nice little bullet distraction there. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's my first time seeing that. Maybe that's a known thing, but what he did was she's bending over the toilet puking, can't get a good shot on her. A bullet lands on the wall, which makes her stand straight up and be like, oh shit, I'm being shot at, and then the headshot. Really nice, super cool kill by Observer. Love to see that. Linux Penguin moving through in the vampire magician disguise. Oh, he's also doing a similar thing. Oh, no, he just goes straight with the burst. Alright, cool. That might be the new meta. I don't know. Still, I enjoyed seeing it. So Observer has gone down from the attic, gets himself in the security disguise, and is on his way to the tech remote, possibly? What is Linux Penguin doing? He's like zooming around the wall there. There goes Observer tumbling down the steps at an alarming rate of speed to get himself the chef disguise. Linux Penguin going to switch into auction staff. And he puts a briefcase bomb. He sets up a pneumatic bomb, or a pneumatic in the briefcase.
What the?
And Victor's on his way. He's going to leave a coin. He's going to leave a nice little coin trail for Victor. So that as he's walking by, he'll be like, "Oh, money." And then just walk himself into the stairwell there. What does Kurt do, though, I wonder? Does he sit there and watch Victor pick up money? Hmm? There he goes. Sees the coins. Oh, and he sees the other one too. Cool.
Waiters will be.
Kurt is stuck. He's staying on Victor, who's taking his sweet time crossing the threshold. There you go. All right. So that'll work out just fine. It's target lockdown. Victor sees it over his shoulder at the last second, but it won't matter. So yeah, that body found, that's nothing to worry about on Observer screen. Linux. Victor is on his way. Observer's going to get the hatchet. I think, wait, does Linux have the hatchet in the box? That might be what he put into the briefcase. I'm not sure what he's got in the briefcase. I think it's either a pneumatic bomb or the hatchet. He does have it. Okay, cool. So, I mean, this could be really close. Observer seconds away from the kill, but so is Linux has a bit more to do. Observer is firmly locked on. He does get that guard up top. Heard the hatchet throw, but he puts a bullet shot down, which shouldn't be a problem. And Linux, yeah, I don't think Linux is going to be able to catch up here. He's got to use the briefcase bomb, and it's over. Observer is out. He is done. And as you can see in the chat, that is, in fact, GG's. Observer secures his spot in loser's bracket round 6? I don't know, chat. It's only numbers. He moves on. Linux, unfortunately, is eliminated from the tournament. Well fought. Good show. Well played by both. And congrats to Observer on securing that win. Big GG's all around. And looking forward to see Observer in the next matchup. Speaking of next matchup, let's pay out the prediction here. Observer adding 1 to the win column there. And let's refresh this real quick. There it is. Okay. Get this sick background music on. I love this. Did you make this, Observer? Oh, he's not here. He just played. I know what's happening. So, loser's bracket, round 5. Observer will be facing off against Luke.png. Big match there. Oof. And then the winner of that match could be... Oh, wait a second. Is there still the other match going on right now? I should raid over there if that's the case. Are they still playing? Who's casting that? Gorg. Yep. Okay, we'll raid over to Gorg. I'll let him handle the, Oh, dang. Okay, you got auto-modded, but I can still see it. Thanks, Moo. Let's raid over here to Gorg Gaming. He'll go over the upcoming matches and brackets and all that stuff at the end. Thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next match. Take care. Shout out to Unini for admitting. Shout out to the players. And shout out to chat. Thanks, guys. See you soon.